Jake Paul fight coming up.
Yeah, you already know. We can get on that Diddy thing.
Oh yeah, Diddy too.
Welcome to Just Talk Podcast, GodCast. You know, we heard Just Talk. You know what I'm saying? Top notch till I drop. Internet, it's the new block. It's brother not your out. We coming in. We all brothers from Mississippi coming in, discussing all these current topics. You know. Today's topic is just kind of in the air. We just talking and letting it flow. We got MJ in the building. We got AJ in the building. We got Ziggy in the building. And of course, you know me, Skinny G. You know I'm talking about aliens in the chat for me. We want everybody to support, drop a comment, drop a like, drop a donation if you want to donate to the Cash App. And also, we looking for feedback for other guests and everybody come in and comment. You know what I mean? We're trying to get this thing as a global movement. You know what I mean? We want everybody, us common people, to come together and discuss our ideas so we can try to get to a goal so we can combat against these controls, these Illuminatis, these industrial complexes, you know, whatever we feel that's against us. If us people unite and come together, we can go against it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what me and bro was talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
I mean, we definitely like to stay on the spiritual uplift level. That's what we was talking about. We got into the dimensions, and you know, we actually had a good little conversation off camera earlier. But you know, our topic for tonight still a little up for grabs. But we can jump into any hot topic, man. I mean, you know, we can talk Diddy. We can talk flat Earth. We can talk Trump. Whatever y'all trying to do.
What's y'all feelings on Diddy, man? Y'all think it's over with for him, or he gonna finesse his way out of it like he did back in the day?
No Diddy.
Man,
For a while now, all on the videos, all on the stage dancing.
Yeah.
You know, like should say, come to death row. He all should been trying to tell us from the door. About your boy. And you know, me, I got a bias, man. You know, I came up as a Tupac fan, man. So when Tupac said anybody that Tupac was against, I still don't like him.
Me too.
You know, Diddy still is a brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother love. And I think he kind of changed his name, tried to change his image because he knew he was out there doing a bunch of fugazi stuff. You know what I mean? But what y'all thoughts?
It was a couple brothers got away, like Mace. Mace got away. There's a couple of them got away, you know, and Mace doing good for himself. He over there laughing on his show right now, laughing at him, talking about reparations is due. That's what he said. Reparations is due. I'm like, what do you mean by reparations?
And reparations is getting closer and closer. I'll be sure to give you your percentage.
I ain't had nothing to do with that money. That's all yours, man. I was on the next boat. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Closer and closer,
Closer
man.
and closer.
Okay.
The big payback.
This has been the last year. Has really kind of been the big payback for you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, I heard with Mason, he was saying like, man, Diddy whole thing was he tried to keep him down. You know what I mean? Mace was a popping dude. They called him Murder Mace back in the dude. He was the hottest dude in the hood. You know, they from Harlem. And so Diddy said, Mace, I think his exact words were he saying not everybody else, you know, right here. But Diddy tried to keep him down there. And you know what I mean? Every time he would try to get up here, Diddy try to keep him in the pocket. You know what I mean? And he was saying like, you know, they was homeboys coming up and everything, but man, he felt like that he was cutting them down by the knees, man. You know what I mean?
What did Puff do to piss you the off? How did he do you dirty if he did you dirty?
Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for. more than I got paid for.
You felt or did you do that? Because you said felt, like
okay,
feeling.
let's clear that up then.
You saying you feeling that?
No,
but
we're
did
gonna
you...
keep it with because I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here. I'm not here. All my peers is up here. All my peers are bosses. When it's time, just like somebody raised somebody up, you know they did work with you, they go from your little man to maybe A&R to something else. He just kept trying to keep me right here, like he didn't want me to grow at anything.
And I can kind of feel Mace on that, man, cause you know, when you hot, you rapper. He had a name in the hood. He was a spitter, and you know, he's seeing everybody else sign with Bad Boy like Jada Kiss them and all them. They selling out tours. They going on top chart. But here come Diddy, like, oh man, wait, hold on, you ain't this and that. That's why I feel like Mace like forget it, man. He stopped rapping, especially when you sign to a deal.
And they showed up. They showed nothing on top then too. That's when Bad Boy was about at the top when Mace was on the level and they was on the videos together. Like they say, dancing all in the videos and all that. But he definitely had a hot run with him. And I felt like Mace was kind of one of the best artists that he had because Mace had that thing pumping. Him and of course Big, you know what I'm saying? But when you say other than them two, you had a couple of artists that did all right, but man, them two kept it hot, man. And May said, but man, you know, it was a couple of them that got away from him. It was like, well, it seemed like everybody that get away from him, they go run to the church. Seemed like it to me, which is a good thing. I mean, you got to get away from him, man, and go talk to God after seeing all that, man. It's like, man, this dude here, he be wild and too tough. You know what I'm saying? Like the video you showed earlier where he going through all this shit, all this trauma, and this man out there at the pool still partying, dancing, and you know, it's like, man, he don't even care. You know, it's like, man, what's up with that, bro? Most people would be trying to hide their face and be trying to be like, well, let me keep my head down a little bit. He ain't trying to do none of that. He's still out there with the take that.
And he know they recording him. I think he was just doing that like, man, his lawyers probably came and said, hey, man, act normal, do your thing like you normally would do. You know, don't look guilty. A guilty man hide and hold his head down. Now, some lawyers will always say, hey, don't say nothing. Don't make yourself look hot. But this case so public, so publicized that, you know, the eyes is on him. So I think if I was his lawyer, I'd tell him, yeah, man, go on your vacation. Go ahead and do your regular thing because it's going to come down. If it go to trial, it's going to come down to public opinion. You know what I mean? And so if he hiding out and scared, and then think about it like this, lawyer might be telling him, hey, man, we'll get you a couple years, man. We'll get you this and do that. You know, we'll have this trial go on. We'll water up this trial about 3-4 years till you have to get yourself locked up. Might as well enjoy your life while you can, man. Get your circle your wagons. You know what I mean?
What say you, Ziggy?
Man, my thing is, I hate they raided the man's house and they still ain't even got nothing on them. You know what I'm saying? That ain't, to me, I feel like if I was him, I'd be looking at dollar signs in my eyes. So yeah, I'd be partying right now too. You know what I'm saying? They don't slander my name. You know what I'm saying? Cause they ain't got no physical evidence. You already know you can't just you gotta prove without a shadow of a doubt in the eyes of the courts. And them doing, you know what I'm saying, excessive raids like they did, bringing in that type of military force for one dude, you know what I'm saying, I feel like was definitely unnecessary.
And it's going to be a big problem for the feds. You bust a billionaire's house who's a major culture figure. You put his kids in cuffs. I know they thought there may be weapons in the house, and that's a protocol for them. But I tell you, I don't think they would have done it to Mark Cuban's kids. And I think that this is going to wind up having a nothing burger aspect.
You think so?
I'll tell you, I know that 90-10, anybody who's been around investigations will say, no way. They would have never raided his house if they don't have him. Look, an indictment is a probable cause standard. It's the lowest standard in our business. That's why we say you can indict a ham sandwich, right? I don't smell that they have him on the kinds of major felonies that were being teased early on, except for one component. He's got a lot of friends. No one's defending him right now. That makes me a little suspicious. Where are his friends?
Yep.
But it's not lining up right in terms of how they usually do this, Pat. That I know I'm right.
When Suge Knight is your biggest advocate, you got some problems.
Rob, go unnecessary.
Well, they say
no, I be saying this. That's a silver suit.
Hey, what they say is Homeland Security, but you know what they say. They say the feds they don't usually raid or do those type of sting operations unless they have enough evidence to do it. You know what I mean? So, that's the biggest point, that they must have some type of evidence or something that they're looking for that they heard is in one of his residences.
They ain't arrested nothing yet. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you come do all these raids, following immediately after those raids, somebody get arrested or they got a warrant for their arrest.
Well, that's not necessarily. Like, a lot of times they do.
After every raid, they immediately had that warrant out, or somebody coming out of handcuffs, just like when they did. Okay, look how they did. What's his name? Young Thug in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look how they did. Young Lucci. They when they do their raids, as soon as they finish that raid or whatever they doing, they coming in there. If they ain't did no raids, they ain't got nothing. When they do a raid, I ain't seen them raid too many people's houses and I come out of there with nothing.
Well, the judge ain't gonna sign off on it unless he got some type of probable cause. So let's just get that clear.
I told y'all, see, that's what we gotta hold on. I gotta time you out right there. This is what we gotta understand, man. The police been doing what they want when they want. They be like, hey, listen, judge, I need this right here. Sign off on it. The judge be like, all right, you owe me one. And bam, there it is. They gonna sign that shit off. They gonna go out, they gonna run off and wherever they wanna do, and they hope they find something. Look what they came out of there with. Oh, we got weapons. Well, hell yeah, man, got own weapons in his own house. That's the only thing y'all can come up with to put on the media. Come on, man.
Well, look though, man, we talking about a billionaire. They don't really play with billionaires, people that got money that can lawyer up. They gotta have, they ain't gonna play with him like that. They're
gonna try with anybody. They're gonna try with anybody. They're gonna try. Because they hoping to find something. They hoping to find something off that word of mouth that they so-called tip that they got.
I tell you like this. If I was the judge or the sergeant or the lieutenant in charge of that, I wouldn't approve it and have my name on it and look foolish like that if we didn't have good evidence. Because when you're in charge like that, it'd be you that signed that have to be like, okay, you signed for that shit, you ain't getting nothing. Oh, you fired. You ain't doing nothing. You just using our resources.
What they looking for?
Hey, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen though. If they don't find nothing, or they just like I said, they don't do nothing, and he end up countersuing. Oh yeah, somebody getting fired.
But they looking for something. They not just dry going in there hoping we'll find a dungeon with little kids, and they go in there looking for something. I'm gonna tell you how I know, because they got
that's what they looking for.
Got somebody, probably more than 1, 2, 3 people probably saying, hey, this was enough. This is what's going on. The feds been on this man's ass for a minute. You don't think they know?
If that's the case, like I said, if that's the case, it'll be a warrant. They went in there hoping to find something. That's what I'm telling you. They went in there hoping. You didn't see they come out with laptops and all that. They finna try to go through all these emails and hope they find something.
Then they trashed the man's house on purpose. That's crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You trash in the house and all that. Ain't putting nothing back. I'm talking about just leave everything on the floor. Oh, no. You finna, no. For all.
Bro, they straight up trashed Diddy's house. Look at that. That is all stuff that has to do with electronics, that has to do with video surveillance. They go into all the places where there would be anything that they could possibly find proof of the stuff that he be having on video in there, because in that lawsuit that's about the sexual assault and the human trafficking, dude said that he had hidden cameras in every single room of his house. So of course they're going to trash every room and they're going to be looking for electronics. Now they took out multiple boxes of evidence, like box after box. They hit him so hard. I keep telling you guys, man, the feds do not play. If the feds want you, they are going to get you. They are going to find whatever evidence they need. They got a 98.2% conviction rate. They are going to put Diddy in federal prison.
All this pain and suffering I just had to go through, guess what? Pay money. Give me my money.
Man, the police got a term, man, especially fair. They say, man, we can indict a ham sandwich. So they can find anything. You know what I mean? They trying to get them for sex trafficking, weapons, and what, drugs.
You can't get him for weapons. You can't get him for weapons. The man ain't no convicted felon. He can have guns in his house. As long as they in his name, he can have guns in his house. That ain't no issue. The guns ain't it. It wasn't no drugs found. It wasn't no evidence of no type of sex trafficking going on at the time. So guess what? They came off up in there with some false hopes, wishing for a prayer, and it didn't happen, and now they gotta pay for it. That's what they get for. I mean, they made the laws. That's why I said a lot of these laws need to be changed, but at the same time, hey, that's the law.
Man, allegedly Diddy been up to some stuff though, man. It's been all type of rumors for years and years about this man having sex parties and freak offs and all this stuff like that. Now, okay, that's you. That's what you want to do.
Well, exactly. I'm finna say, what's wrong with having them parties? Ain't nobody said that it's if underage ain't nobody said nothing about no underage girls or none of that. All these women signed NDAs once they went through their door. Everybody did, and it was a party. It was an adult party. So whatever happened.
It ain't Vegas, man. It ain't Vegas, but I feel you on that. But
see, ain't nobody been saying nothing to now.
Speaking of which, all of this is alleged.
Partying with them.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say all this is alleged, but it's alleged saying that you got this guy, got those guys playing naked basketball, like stars like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Meek Mills, and they playing naked basketball. I mean, that's
to do that shit.
That shit right there, man.
15, 16.
Come on, man.
Hanging out with Usher when he was fucking 13.
And also how he did Usher, you know what I'm saying? And who was it? Justin Bieber. You know,
Hey,
he awesome.
Do you hear Usher? Usher a grown man right now? Do you hear him crying, saying, "Oh, Diddy did this and Diddy did that, and I don't think I feel right. He took away my dignity." And you don't hear that man saying none of that shit. He ain't suing none of that. He said nothing.
Men don't do that, man. Men do it. Ain't no Me Too movement for the man, dog.
Well, guess what? He still ain't said nothing, so that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's all I'm saying.
Young Rod coming out talking about he did this and did that. Cassie coming out talking about he did this and did that. He got allegations out there. Young Rod said
he talking about they on there talk. They ain't over there. They ain't talking about what he did to him mostly. He talking about most of them be talking about what they didn't see him doing to other men or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't none of our business.
The lawsuit said that the man he said, man, if you don't engage in homosexual activities with me, I'm not gonna pay.
Right. Stuff like that right there. And then see, allegedly that's been the type of stuff that you get your ritual for being initiated into the Illuminati or into that Baphomet. It's either the Baphomet or the Illuminati. Allegedly, you have to do things like that, to make it to that upper level, to where you go from just not being a regular star to a superstar. You have to join their crew, and that's how you get in that crew.
It's been like that with movie stars and everything. We understand that. That's been going down for years over there, and all these TV producers and stuff. They saying you got to do this to do that. Everybody already knew that.
What you saying? You ain't that it's cool and it's right. But you saying it ain't against the law. That's what you saying. Is that
what they call this shit about the casting couch?
If you agree to it, then guess what? It must wasn't against the law if you agreed to it. So that means you breaking the law too at the same time.
Right.
If you agreeing to it.
Well, that's why they call it statutory rape, because your influence and your power can sometimes be an influence, and it can be overbearing to people, especially women, and that's how you can be in those vulnerable positions. Because a person of power, just like in the military is a prime example of it, to where they don't allow you to fraternize. If you're an officer, you can't date a sergeant or a private. You can't even get caught dating them, because of your structure and your power. Otherwise, you'll get some fines and you may get kicked out of the military. So I mean, that type of thing is out there for a reason, and so if you are if this is the producer, the guy who runs Bad Boy, and he signed you and he tell you, man, shit, to get your record out here, man, I might need a little bit of that ass or whatever. However he do it, he like a party, and then he just like Cat Williams said, you just gotta tell Diddy no. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta tell him no. It is what it is. And the people that tell them no, they tell them no, and they going on about their business. Like just like when I posted that post about the game chilled with this man for 2 years. I'm like, hold on, man, that's like we read the comments saying that, like, man, what y'all relationship ended in 2 years, huh? I think
I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, and this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I fuck with your demo, that shit, bad boy, but hey, Playboy, hey, here go a watch, Playboy, here go a chain, Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap? Like, nah.
Y'all was doing it for 2 years.
But the jet leaves at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, we going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy, and then one day this Diddy, me and Diddy was smoking. He was like, you know what I've been thinking? You belong with Dr. Dre.
No, you don't say.
But yeah, so Diddy told me that, and before I went to go fuck with Diddy, I went to go fuck with Suge. And Suge had, at this time, if you remember, he had Eastwood, Crooked Eye, Corrupt, right, and Left Eye. And I felt like, I was young, and I had my whole hood with me. My city was behind me, like Death Row. Right. Why wouldn't you want to be signed to Death Row? It's Pac, it's Snoop, it's Dre, it's Suge. And plus, I didn't give a fuck at that time about nothing. I wanted to do the music, but I was still heavy in the streets.
All of a sudden, you just need to go. You need to be ready.
He didn't say shit. He said he partied for 2 years, and we all know how Diddy party.
Exactly.
He's fucking this bitch. He gonna marry, and then he want to fuck you next.
Exactly.
So, and then the sex trafficking, man. Sex trafficking ain't really ain't all just about pimping. Man, you can fly a girl from New York to Miami, and say and under coercion, you ain't even gotta pay her. You can just say, but you can just promise monetary gain under coercion. That's sex trafficking. And then that's what they trying to charge you with. Like if you let's say Zach, you get a girl and say, hey man, look, I want you to ride with me. We finna go to I got some work down here. I'm finna go to New York. I want you to ride with me. Shit, I'm gonna have while I'm working on you sit in the hotel and shit like that. I'm gonna make sure you take care of and all that, and all this and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's considered sex trafficking when you move a person through state lines under the promise of monetary gain or on coercion. That's sex trafficking.
Nigga, that's pimping.
Nah, pimping the pants. Nigga, sex trafficking.
That's been going on for ages. Now you done put a new word on it, sex trafficking. You see how the English language just fucks everything up. You can add whatever type of word and make it look like you wanted to look, but nigga, that's pimping. It's been
all day, every day.
Been pimping since been pimping.
Exactly.
It came out with the Mann Act. With this boxer back in the day. I forgot his name. Something Johnson or something like that. I forgot his name.
That's Melissa.
He had the white girls. And they hated him because he had this specific white girl or whatever. They couldn't get him, and so they came up with a whole new law called the Mann Act to stop him because he had this white girl, and he allegedly, I don't know if I'm accurate with this, but just vaguely he had the girl, he was sleeping with her and stuff like that, and he took her to another state, and then they came up with that law called the Mann Act. So it's a thing. The law is a motherfucker. You better know it.
Yeah. So I mean, so what you think they got on Diddy? And also, AJ, you got a comment, man? I see you chime. You want to chime in? You can, brother. If you want to chime in on this topic, we talking about Diddy, and
Well, my whole thing on the theory, you guys have to understand, allegedly there have been fingers pointing at Diddy in the way he parties. We all know when you party with Diddy, it's going to be a wild night. Well, me personally, I hate to see, a black brother going down like that. It's a sad thing, but you got to pay for what you done. Karma is real. Like you guys said,
for sure.
to get into the Illuminati and all that, you have to do certain things for a little piece of change. I mean, look at how they did Bill Cosby. Look at how they did, R. Kelly. It's something bigger here going on, guys. You gotta look at the bigger picture. Did he have friends in high places? They're trying to strip him of that because he's suing somebody in high places who he got no business fooling with. He fooling with the wrong ones, guys. I'm telling you, he fooling with the wrong ones. And
now everybody know that P. Diddy name is Sean John Combs. And Diddy do not own Ciroc, even though a lot of people thought that. But here's a man named John Sebastian who owns Ciroc. And right now Diddy is suing his company called Diego, which is a British company. Diddy is saying that he's not being properly compensated for the Ciroc brand. And Diddy is mad because the Tequila De Leon brand he owned 50% of, he said is not being promoted and marketed correctly because he's black. He said the company has stated that because he's black, it's limited growth for it other than in the black community. And Diddy got a problem with that. So Diddy filed a lawsuit with this company because him and Diego been in business for over 14 years. Now a lot of us thought Diddy owned it because how hard did he go for it? And we also got to remember that before Diddy went to Ciroc, Ciroc was a struggling brand. But since Diddy been at Ciroc, Ciroc done made over $1 billion.
I think he's going down for this one, guys. I don't know. I think he's going down.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I think he's going down.
yeah. So I think that's a good point to bring up, man. That it's just like they did Cosby. Cosby did all of a sudden start raping women once he wanted to buy NBC and once he bought NBC.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of a sudden now he just started raping folks, and that is a good MO that they using now. Diddy is all of a sudden raping people once he what he did something in Miami.
I think he sued the Ciroc company. Ciroc was trying to oust him for being the sponsor or whatever, and he sued him.
No, he not also sued. He won.
He won.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He won. And I guess the outcome of that is us spilling your tea. Look, they do it to all of our black empowered people, especially in the music industry. After a while, we're going to tell your dirty little dishes. We're going to, do your dirty laundry for you. You won't even have to, And also those who know, allegedly, this is what's going on.
Right. So yeah, I definitely agree with that intake, man. I mean with that input, man, because if that's what's going on, we got to look at that side of it too, because people could be bamboozled, like Mariah say on Apex. I mean, because we get bamboozled a lot by the media, and I kind of like that, man, because again, like I said on our last topic, man, when they doing our brothers like this, we gotta be able to speak up. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna look at that side of it. We're not gonna all ride on the side and say he guilty. Yeah, we gotta definitely look on the other side, because that could definitely be true, man. That's a great point you brought up there, man.
Look at what they did to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson
all of
half of Sony, 51% of Sony. And all of a sudden he allegedly, look at Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Yeah, he got Parkinson's. Why I'm gonna go across overseas and fight them? I'll fight you here. You my enemy when I want freedom.
You my enemy. Yeah, right. And then he was a powerful person.
Universal Technical can get you ready to pursue a career doing what you love.
This is what they do. This is what they do to our black people, guys.
Yeah, it's
been going on for years and generations.
Right.
So are we standing with Diddy? I mean, cause you know, like I said, I ain't never really. I always felt like he got it. Like you said, he got his karma coming. He got to just do. And I'm just gonna simply say, Pop didn't like him. Fuck him. You know what I mean? So, are we
Definitely that.
standing with him now? I'm with it. If we saying, look, we standing with Diddy cause he a black man. Y'all trying to fuck him over. I'm with it. I ain't riding with the gay shit. I ain't riding with him exploiting people. But if we just going on, hey, y'all trying to fuck this man over. He a black billionaire. Shit, I'm with that.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to tell both sides of it. We can't just be one sided. And I kind of, like I said, I like that. That's why we call this Just Talk podcast, because we bringing all the sides, man. We gotta be unbiased when in these subjects and these topics, because I mean, yeah, everybody can joke and can laugh, but we definitely need to bring both sides to the table to just see it. And what if he's just being exploited, or he's being what you call it, just put in that position because he decided to sue and win that trial that he won. So
Or
I
is he being pimped? Think
yeah,
about it now. When you go against your pimp, what happens?
Yeah, cause he got
You
higher
get
ups. Those
you
Jews,
get
what was
bust in your
the thing that
mouth.
he
You get bust upside your head.
that put him
right.
on?
You
Got
ever
his
you
name.
ever heard of gorilla pimp?
Man, what? Man, I'm Project Pat Memphis, man. What's wrong with you, man? I'm Jackson, Mississippi, man.
It's real. You go against the grain, you get knocked down. That's what we are.
Go real on a hoe.
That's what we are looking at here, gentlemen.
Whole
But I think he's going down, guys. I think he's going down.
Well, I mean, yeah, he may go down, but their main goal is to take his popularity and try to make him lose money. I mean, it's kind of like they doing Trump right now. I mean, you can kind of see the mo of the higher ups. You can kind of see their attributes. You know what I'm saying? Just like it say in the Bible, you can tell a tree by its fruit, by its leaves. I mean, you can kind of start to put the pieces together, and you can see that they do people like that. This is one of the things that they do. Just like when Dave Chappelle said, he said, well, if you don't want, they told him when he didn't want to take that deal, that okay, you don't want to take that deal, and you want to go out there and tell somebody, by the time you get home, everybody gonna think you a crackhead. And he said, "Show enough." These are his words. He said, "Show enough." By the time I got home, it was all over the news that I was smoking crack and I was doing this and I was doing that. And
why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bull. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
so that was part of the reason he probably left and went to Africa, man, because he just felt like that machine that's around here, it probably can't touch me in Africa, and don't look like it did. So I really look at all that, and that's good that we brought up that side. What you got, Zach? So yeah, I mean, good. Go ahead, dog.
yeah. I feel you on that one. That's what I was saying. I feel like same way. If I think I'm with him right now. I mean, until you're innocent until proven guilty. Like I said, he ain't got no warrants for his arrest. He did all that slander. Right now, it's called slandering his name. So all I can say is just cause the man throws some extravagant parties and all these men agreeing to do all this stuff just to you know what I'm saying, to make it big, then that was their choice in life. You know what I'm saying? They like it's kind of like how Steve Harvey said it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's what I gotta do, because I got people depending on me, then that's what I gotta do. Some people cool with that. Some people not cool with that.
Right.
We'll have to
Also,
get a lot of
guys,
people's opinions and see, you know what I'm saying, how they feel about it. Because like right now, how I feel about it, I'll have to be sitting there thinking for a while. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'll be like, man, it's got to be a better way. It's something else I can do if I can do it on my own, or do I have to go through this person, or can I, if there's any kind of way around it, and if it ain't no way around that, I mean, when a person get pushed up against the wall, ain't no telling what they'll do. But I mean, ain't no, it's a lot of stuff I know I ain't gonna do. So I mean, it don't matter how much money involved. Some shit I just ain't gonna do. So you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people feel different about it. You know what I'm saying? And so from what I'm looking at, most of the people that's in the big entertainment district and got money, shit, seem like they done did something for some of that money. So hey,
talk about that. Look at what's going on with Puff Daddy right now.
I mean, it's warranted. I mean, baby, how do somebody who never wrote a song, produced a record, got all the money?
That's real. Boy, that's real. Bars.
Because somebody facilitated you to be able to have all the control on. And if you ain't got the talent and you can't write it, you can't produce it, then you got to use something else. It's called sex.
Damn.
That's how you control. That's old. That's the old world. But if think about it, a person that don't got the talent is gonna be more demonic, more evil, and more heartless when it come to taking something from somebody, because they can't produce nothing.
That's real.
Talking about this for years, since the blood sacrifice stuff came out back in the day, DVDs and everything. People been talking about this for years. Now we starting to see the evidence and stuff.
Also, guys, we have to remember there is more than one way to skin a cat. Look how many charges, look how many accusations did he have on his jacket right now. I think it was allegedly it was a 72-page document, court document, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And basically they're just charging them with sex trafficking. What else?
That's it, really.
No, they got him on. I want to say about 4 more different charges. Rape. Basically just all these things. So they're trying to figure out which way they're going to go at them. You know what I'm saying? Which way we want to break them down. I think they're going to get them, guys.
I mean, only time will tell. We'll find
but
out.
as I agree with you, Zach. Also, you're innocent until proven guilty. Everybody must have their day in court. So we're gonna let the police department, deal with that, and I guess we'll see the outcome, guys.
Right. But like you said, if they got good evidence and they can bring up charges, and also they can simultaneously bust his homes and all those. They spending some good resources to bust his homes all at the same time. They looking for something, especially if they didn't arrest anyone. They looking for some evidence of like sex trafficking. I mean, I don't know. That don't make sense. That sex trafficking just don't fly, and don't ever. We never heard any evidence of him getting like people from across the border or buying people or anything like that. I mean, he may be doing it behind the public's back, but I mean, as far as like that goes, we don't even hear that type of stuff on TikTok. TikTok, they gonna either tell you the fake news, the real news. They'll tell you all the damn news, but we ain't even heard no whispers or nothing of him actually sex trafficking people. So I kind of want to just see what happens as well. Give him his day in court, see how that goes for him. And we can kind of let the public opinion be what it is, because we're going to always think both sides. Everybody going to have something to say, always.
Yeah. In my opinion, man, on the Diddy thing, now sex trafficking and human trafficking is different. Human trafficking, like, is, kids coming across the border, organ trafficking and all that. Like I said, sex trafficking just be simply flying the girl out and promising her money. Or, coercion or anything like that. So
that's called trafficking, though. I thought that was like rape. Go ahead.
That's what the law says. The law actually states it's moving the person across state lines and for the purposes of sex with a promise of money, coercion, or or by force, by rape or something like that. So just simply, you got somebody on your private jet, and you say, "Hey, we finna go have a freak off."
Yeah.
You get a record.
Yeah, he was sex trafficking some booty. That's what he was sex trafficking allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, Diddy, like you said, Mark, Diddy gonna have his day in court. It pains me the way they doing them, but I'm a little biased, like I said, because I'm a pop fan, and I think he allegedly had the hit out on him with the Crips in L.A., but nothing really never came of that. The money never got changed hands. But he's been in all type of he's been known to be in all type of nefarious activities, man. Even with the shooting in '99 with Shine and all that, he allegedly let off a shot. He was found guilty of that. I mean,
That's what
innocent.
I think about Shine.
It
I
was
couldn't think.
alleged that
There
he
were
had.
documents stating there was a $2 million check for Tupac's death.
Is that alleged? Where did you see that at? It's definitely alleged, but what I mean, is that factual or you actually saw that somewhere?
Well,
Alvin. Alvin, did you actually see that was factual about the check? $2 million?
I think it was $1 million. He was rumored to give Zip. Zip was a big time New York moving shaker, drug dealer, whatever, and he had plugs with the Crips in L.A. And he said, hey, we got to get rid of Suge and Suge and Pop, and then whoever do the job, he got $1 million for him. Then he also was rumored to have $5,000 on death row chains, and that led to Pop death because once the guy I forgot his name, but the one that supposed to been killed Pop, he beat up the dude in the mall and took his chain.
Orlando something, yeah.
No, that set off the whole string of events when they had to retaliate to beat him up and get the chain back, for stealing the chain. And it was alleged that Diddy said, hey, if y'all take a chain off one of these guys' necks, I got $5,000 per chain. So he been having his hands in a lot of stuff for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to agree with that, man. I mean, but it seems like Big was just collateral damage then, huh? Notorious Big.
Yeah, he was collateral damage because he went to LA after that, and he ain't no business doing that. You know what I mean? He was in the car with Puffy when all that stuff went down.
Right.
Or I think Puffy maybe was in the car in front of him. So I don't think that he might would have had nothing to do with it. But LA a different type of place, man. Everybody gang affiliated. Everybody know everybody. Your security, be your security, but they got street ties.
Right. So but yeah, so I mean, to sum it up, man, I mean, like we said, man, I mean, either he guilty or he not. But he's so a funny nigga, you know what I'm saying? He can be party, he can be flamboyant. I mean, if I had that much money, man, and I could party like that, shit, I probably would party like that too. I would probably do a lot of the same stuff you're doing. But hey man, you can be lawful or not. You can break laws or not. I mean, but you can get to a certain point to where you can feel like, hey man, I want a different woman every night, and I don't care if I got to pay for it, whatever it is. Hey, but like you said, if it's consensual, Zach, it's just consensual. If they want to party with me, come on party. We're gonna do what we do, and you know what time it is. Once you come to my party, and anybody can say no. I know he ain't never just strapped nobody down and forcibly rape. You know what I'm saying? If whatever type of situation it is, anybody can say no. I don't care. Even in those situations where you feel like somebody got power, hey, money is the root of all evil. If you feel like you need that money where you're gonna let somebody do this shit to you for money, then you wrong for that. So it can be looked at like that. They're like, hey man, you got money and you want money. You can take your opportunity and your talent, and you can probably go somewhere else and just try other things with your talent. You ain't gotta just accept what Harvey Weinstein trying to give you. You know what I'm saying? You can go somewhere else with that. Just hey man, start your own little company and live by what they call it, meager means. You ain't gotta be a billionaire. You can be 100,000 there and still pay your bills and still be good. You ain't gotta go to the top all the time.
I seen a video today where Monica said she did that. She said she wasn't prepared to sell her soul to compromise her spirit for these earthly stuff. And you see what happened to her? she was on top of the game and shit in the 90s and early 2000s, but she fell back. She was like, hey, some stuff I'm not willing to do. And to this day, she's still playing the background.
She saying Tyler Perry and Oprah had something to do with that.
With Monica?
Yep.
See Murder Girl? Well, I don't know if they're still together.
Yep. And she had a whole thing with Shannon Sharp.
Monica
And
did.
she explained all that. Yeah. She said Tyler Perry said on the phone that she was hard to work with or something like that, and allegedly. No, I'm saying that's what she said. No, I'm not quoting it, but she definitely, was like Tyler Perry was the reason she and Oprah Winfrey was getting all the parts that she was supposed to get, because she was like, what's the other black big lady that's gonna play a part? You know what I'm saying? Besides me or Oprah.
It was
And I was like Queen Latifah. Yeah,
yeah.
but Queen Latifah, but she was saying, Oprah bought all her parts out, played all her parts that she was trying to get. And
Did she work with Oprah on Precious? Who produced that?
That was
it was Precious though.
Get Out, the same dude, that writer, the black writer. I forget his name.
It was after Precious. It was after Precious when all this went down, I believe.
Yeah, she told that whole story on Shannon Sharp podcast, man. You ought to listen to it. It was a pretty good podcast, you know what I'm saying, where she told her story about how Lee Daniels, that's his name. That's who produced it, Lee Daniels. Okay. That's it. And he a black producer, and Oprah had, Oprah is like, they say Oprah allegedly is like a gatekeeper. She one of the gatekeepers. Oprah, Tyler Perry. I guess when you get to a certain level, you just have so much power and so much influence in Hollywood that you can just kind of say yay or nay to somebody. Like, man, I don't think that's a good person to be in this movie or not. Or if you want a role, you can take that role. I just think, you can call him a gatekeeper, but I mean, that the gate is, if the gate is that big, I'm just sure you can, like I was saying earlier, you can cut your way through and through that gate in another way. You ain't always got to go with the mainstream flow. You can just try to do it your own way. And if they want to take you out for it, they want to take you out. But usually they'll try to defame your name in public first, or they'll try things that make sense before they try to take you all the way out the scene. They'll try to do things like maybe say you're a crackhead, say you're smoking crack, or say you gay, try to defame your name. Even that nowadays is not the same. It doesn't have the same sting when you say someone a heterosexual. When a heterosexual is called a homosexual, I mean, in these days it shouldn't even be a problem. But I mean, so they just use other things now. They got other means of trying to defame your name. I guess they call you a crackhead, or say you're stealing, or whatever they want to do to you.
Or say you're raping.
Yeah, oh, you're right. Yeah.
And you're right. Precious was directed by Lee Daniels.
That's true.
And
Daniels, he did. I think he did Get Out too, and something else.
Now, Get Out was the guy that did the Keenan and Peele guy.
Yeah, them some funny dudes. Key and Peele, them niggas funny, man.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, we went in on the Diddy subject, man. If y'all kind of want to give y'all cap on it, man, because we pretty much have gave our cap on it. I can't call them guilty or not guilty, but it is funny, when you see the stories about Meek Mills, you see all the memes and shit. I have laughed and enjoyed that shit to the fullest. So it is funny how people can say that.
I guess we're getting around to it and stuff too. So I think I think the times are changing, man. I seen a video earlier today when Diddy came out. I think he did a live or he did like a little video on his Instagram. He was saying like, look, if you my friend, I need to know now who my friend. If you got my back, say it. If you ain't got my back, I'm gonna take your silence as a no. But if you got my back, and you my friend, I need to know now. So
Yeah, true. I feel him on that. I mean, but it ain't like he like Young Thug and he got a RICO over his head. He got some charges though, you know. So
The RICO is coming. That's the Fed's number one. That's the Fed's number one tool to indict somebody, man. You ain't really got to even do nothing to get a RICO, man. You can just been on the jet with them and you're a part of the RICO. So once they come and they start coming with these other people, like you might just be the pilot. Hey man,
ooh, yeah, they get the boy. Whew.
Tell us what's going on, or we gonna put you in this RICO charge now. What you think they're gonna say? You could be
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because you know you could be the driver, the pilot. You could just be sitting there listening and heard some shit. You know. Yeah, you're right, man. That's smart of the feds to do that.
I was talking to my brother the other day. He said, man, the feds they indiscriminate, man. They'll lock up anybody, man, and they get off on it. He was telling me a story about one guy that he knew that was in locked up with him, allegedly or whatever, without telling my brother business. But he said he got indicted just for introducing a guy to one guy one time 2 years ago. He said, hey man, you know somebody that got that do this and do that. He was like, nah man, but shit, I'll tell you what, I'll give you this dude number. And 2 years later, they arrested him, gave him I think he got 18 years just for introducing the guy. And the guy was a snitch. The guy that was asking for introduction was a snitch. And the guy that got busted, he was saying he was like, man, how did y'all even know about me? Like, how did y'all even what was up with the guy that he was thinking the guy that did the introduction was the informant. And that's how they got on him. He was like, nah, what's his name? And then they basically researched him and put him into the RICO just for introducing him to the guy.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, yeah, so I mean that just goes to show you that, like you said, the feds they do their diligence, huh? They gonna do their homework, and then they'll put you in a position where you gotta either tell us what we want to know, or you gonna go down with everybody.
Exactly.
But so I mean, they hadn't did that to Diddy, so that should tell us something. Yeah, I think like what we saying, we just gonna give him his day in court, see how that go, and keep laughing at his ass. I know that it's funny to me, him and all of them, you know.
Yeah, we don't laugh at no brother Payne, man. But he got enough money, he'll be all right.
Yeah, if you see him at his pool. You see him at his pool dancing and shit. He ain't upset. He ain't pain. He ain't in pain. He got enough money to keep smiling. I'm gonna laugh with him.
Yeah, I agree.
Prediction is okay. Let everybody do a prediction. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go last. What do y'all think this y'all gonna end up predicting? How much time you think he's gonna get? Is he gonna get off? Is he gonna make it? Or what do you predict? Let's see who will be right at the end of the day. Go ahead, Zach.
I predict he gonna get off. Cause like I said, I don't see them coming with no warrants or nothing. Cause usually they'd have been done it by now. I mean, if they do, then I'll be surprised. But I feel like he's gonna get off and he's gonna do a big silver lawsuit and he's gonna be laughing in their face at the end of the day.
What about you, AJ? If you can talk right now.
Well, they don't have any real concrete hard evidence to stick on them. You understand me? Allegedly. So I believe that they're gonna get him with something, but it's gonna be light. It's not gonna be nothing major. You gotta realize here, guys, we're dealing with a guy who's been a millionaire since like the 90s. That's like 20 years ago. So this guy have M's money stacked up. So I'm pretty sure he's just gonna pay the people off and get something light, if any prison time at all. But that's how the higher ups are, allegedly.
True that, and I'm on that side of thinking that he got so much money that it's gonna be a tap on the wrist. If anything, it's mostly smoke and mirrors. Usually, when we see things like this, it's some law being passed. It's something happening in Washington that we need to pay attention to. And somebody like Diddy going down. ain't gonna be just something that's gonna happen unless they got some hard concrete evidence of him actually trafficking, doing sex trafficking, or whatever it is. And if they had that, they would already have him in cuffs and already have him arrested. So that tells me I'm kind of agreeing with AJ. Man, this is gonna be a slap on the wrist, and it's gonna be over within a month or so. If he even go to trial, I don't think it's gonna go to trial. He may pay his lawyer. He may have a Johnny Cochran type lawyer somewhere just sitting there doing his bidding for him right now. You know what I'm saying? And all we can do is just watch and see how it go. But I really think it's just kind of smoke and mirrors. This is something else. This is it's gonna go on for a little while. While we missing things like the bridge collapsing, EMPs, the weather in China, Trump election. When is the election coming up? Is this year in November? See, things like that we need to be paying attention to.
Me personally, I think Diddy gonna walk this down. I think the indictment gonna come through probably summertime, late summer. I think that he's probably going to they're gonna give him a bond and they're gonna walk it down for about 3 years, and then once everything's settled down, they're gonna get their conviction. They're gonna go probation, but he ain't gonna do no more. My prediction, I think he'll do about three, either probation, 3 years, but he ain't gonna do no more than five. And it's gonna and then it's gonna be a lot of people that go state on him, and so he ain't taking it to trial, and that's my prediction.
Put the ones in the chat for guilty, twos in the chat for not guilty. We'll see how they go. We'll see what the people think as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta see. We gotta get the public opinion as well. You know what I'm saying? We like to see what the people think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And everybody chime in. Hold on, we think we got another guest coming up.
Yeah, give your likes and your comments and whatever. Yeah, we'll definitely enjoy that. Y'all, we'll definitely enjoy y'all's input on what y'all think about Diddy as well. And so, I mean, y'all kind of heard the gist of what we think. We already know how to look at the public and look at both sides of it and say that, yeah, we don't really want to see nobody that's not guilty go down. We definitely don't want to see that. What we'd like to see is most people that is definitely on my side. What I'd like to see is if you're guilty, you're guilty. If you're not guilty, you know what I'm saying, just go and get off and go ahead and go home and go on about your life. Yeah, so
Yeah, but he pissed somebody off. I don't know who it was. He pissed somebody off.
yeah, definitely, he definitely did that, man. I just really what I think is we'd have to see who he pissed off. Yeah, like you say, when he won that election, man. I mean that not election. He won that trial that he was in, suing the company. That really told us like, okay, yeah, it could have been those people who allowed it to happen. But so you saying they got more money than Diddy? I don't think so. He'd had to piss more than just one company off by taking him to trial. If it was like that, it would have happened before he went to trial. So it was something else that happened.
Allegedly, it was some billionaires he tried to sue and won. Some billionaires, the people who basically gave him these commercial deals, who gave him these liquor deals, the people who basically, kept Diddy with millions for 20 years.
Right.
So it was some people obviously we don't know nothing about. Never seen them.
Well, everybody. I just feel like it is what it is anyway. When you look at things the way I look at it, shit. In this world, man, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, and he been having a lot of goddamn good days, bro. So time for him to have some bad luck too. It is what it is. It's called karma. It's called the yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. Positive, negative, up and down, bro. It's happening to all of us, bro. I might fuck around and go out and catch a flat tire tomorrow, for example. I don't want to. I ain't trying to speak shit into existence, but you know, it just things gonna happen. It's gonna happen for everybody. I don't know what kind of days he have. I don't know what kind of days he have on an every day. But any nigga that can walk around and party like him and Game did for years, you can walk around and party and you don't see shit, you don't feel shit. You know, like, you know, I just really think that he gonna, you know, everybody gonna have their bad luck. And that's part of his bad luck. It's coming, bro. You know, he been on top for years.
Hold up, bro. Goddamn, man. Hey, bro, don't get that shit on my sheets, bro. Mobbing in the Bentley, smoking moon. Hey. Rocks. Hey. Pocket full of motherfucking blue. Guap. Half an ounce in my Gucci tube. Socks. For the summertime, got a new drop. Trapper / rapper / bad bitch snatcher. Come here. Baby mama mad, she said you live like a bachelor. So what? Sold 100 pounds and gave 10% to the pastor. Church. Keep going up the ladder. Hey. They mad, make them matter. Hey. Told my son when I'm gone, you gon' be a rich little bastard. Yeah. Pointers on me hitting, leave a bitch dizzy. All my old bitches feeling salty, yeah. In my D, I'm talking about why you dog me, yeah. But I still miss you, can